What's good with you, folks? What's good with you? This is Ray Davis coming to you with the truth. This is I Need a Mic podcast where I will be discussing mental health struggles I battle with just like you. Let's talk about it. It's a tagline I use. It's to say enough is enough. Give me my damn mic. I'm tired of the trauma I'm going through. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's out there staying safe, getting ready for Halloween. Please continue on staying safe as well. So before I get started with today's episode, let me go ahead and put a content warning on this. Oh man. So if there's anything I had or have said in previous episodes that had offended you or anyone you had shared any episodes with, I would like to apologize. I would also like to remind you, I do not condone what I said, but on my podcast, I am real, I am authentic, and I am a warrior. I am no longer censored. I am no longer limited. I am no longer silent. Mental health will censor you. Mental illness will limit you. And mental emotions will silence you. So, hey y'all. How y'all doing? So I want to just get right up into it, just jump into it, right? So today's episode is titled The Person I Would Have Been. Interesting title. So who's the person I would have been? Drug dealer, professional fighter, massage therapist, gangster, language interpreter, troublemaker, pastor and or minister. So these are the things that people have and had expressed, judged, doubted, and criticized what type of person I am or who I would have been. Is any of these true? Of course not. But in this episode, folks, I'm going to talk about if I agree or disagree with what people thought of me and how these personal labels affect my mental health. So the moral of this episode, folks, is no one knows the size shoes that I wear. No one knows the size shoes that I wear. Meaning, no one knows the bullshit I go through. So not only I'm about to talk about it, but I'm about to give you more on the mic, you know? So drug dealer and troublemaker. Drug dealer, troublemaker, and gangster was something I had started to hear more of between middle school and high school. All three of these, are almost the same. Are almost the same thing, depending on whose opinion, right? So why I disagree with these personal labels is because I started to notice the true meaning of people expecting the worst out of me. So, and it's so funny, folks. There were no questions to start any type of conversations to see if I would be interested in any of these, whether it was to become a drug dealer, gangster, or any type of troublemaker. So when these conversations would happen, I would mentally shut down on within the person in contact, and it was just like, in a way, just to say you had exposed yourself to me on how you thought of me in your mind, and basically where I will be in my own future. Folks, I've always thought and grew up upon knowing that your future is your choice. You make the best of it however you can. So, and folks, it'd be just so interesting just to know these things, and some people wouldn't switch up on how they think or what they had said. So when this would happen, folks, that basically let me know emotionally I can't turn to you for advice, for any advice, because you had already exposed yourself in a way that you let me know that you have viewed me in a different way without even knowing me or without even hearing my story. How you gonna judge my glory if you don't know my story? So it was just something that now I think about it and I laugh because I'm like, look at me now. I've always knew I wanted to do something within public speaking. So I'm doing it, folks. So, massage therapist and professional fighter. Growing up, I used to always get into fights, especially in elementary school. Especially in elementary school. So, I was taught to stand up for myself and my loved ones, and that's it's a funny story. Just so with my wingspan or my wide shoulders, people thought I could fight or I was a professional boxer. I, of course, at one point of my life, I wanted the training of a professional boxer. So, as an openly gay lesbian, there there are going to be times I need to protect myself some type of way, right? Self defense should be more acknowledged and way much more advertised. Among other things that are going to be helping us to protect ourselves, but self defense from women nowadays, it's like that should never stop, you know. So imagine imagine you or imagine me standing inside a ring with a female referee. Who would my opponent be? My struggles. So I'm staring at my struggles on the opposite side. And of course, you know, that infamous sentence that the referees always say: let's have a clean fight. Obey my instructions and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves if you want to and go back to your corners. I'm battling my struggles, folks. I am in a boxing match with my struggles. I am saying I am going to defeat all of you. Watch me. So, massage therapist was one of my dream careers. It was one of the many times that I was given the opportunity to really acknowledge that I am good with my hands. So it is something that I regret and that has haunted me since I was a kid. So I have an intellectual disability. And my disability was like my constant fear that has stopped me, you know, has stopped me from going towards things I really wanted or things I really wanted to do. So once I had found out what education I would have needed to take to um, achieve becoming a massage therapist, I backed down. So a little backstory why I had backed down is because not why I backed down, but what hot me so is back in high school I could have experienced this occasion. One day someone who was a massage therapist showed up at my high school, right? And one of my teachers had reserved a spot for me. And I mean, she went to the back for me, like, really, you know? I never showed up. When the day came, I never showed up. And my excuse was I forgot. But to tell the truth, I was scared. So Language interpreting was something I was learning in high school as well, folks. It was an extra course to take that would require me to graduate. So what language was it? American Sign Language. So I was I was going for when I had graduated high school, or when I attended high school, my language course was American Sign Language. So later on, I found out that I could go to college to be an American Sign Language interpreter. It wasn't really my choice of what I wanted to do. So why was it a choice to go to college for it if it wasn't my desire? So this is just what I had dealt with back in high school, folks. I feel like, when you're in high school and you're a senior, you're getting ready to graduate, you want to go on to college. So of course you get asked, what is it that you want to do? And you say, I don't know. So, of course it's a good thing to hear that it of course it is a wonderful thing to hear. It's a good thing for you to have a career path. Yes, very much true. But just in my ears, this is what I feel like teachers were telling me. If teachers could save one student, right, from turning their lives into the streets, or, just in a bad way, So if I'm a teacher and I'm thinking to myself, how could I continue on helping my students on a straight path? I would tell them that it's best for them to continue on with their education degree and basically make legit money by being in a career that you have went to school for. That is just how I would tell my student, you don't want to make street money. You want to make educational money, So that is just what I would say. So one of the things that I do remember one of my teachers saying is, this is not the life I want to see you go through. You don't know me, but I don't want to see you on that 11 o'clock news. That would break my heart, and I do not want to experience that. So that touched me in so many ways, folks. That really did touch me. I do appreciate every teacher out there who means a lot, or who job means a lot to them, and they show it 10 times more when it comes down to a student who just needs attention like everybody else in the classroom. So today, am I an American Sign Language interpreter? No. So what happened? What happened, Ray? Yes, I was going to college for it, but it wasn't my passion. It wasn't what I really, really, really wanted to do. It was really what other people wanted me to do. When I had told them what it was I wanted to do, I had told them what it was I wanted to be. I told them writing has always been my dream come true, and poetry was my passion. So eventually, in college, I dropped out of American Sign Language, and I started to focus on English and writing. So, pastor/minister. I have saved this for last to talk about, because it is something I can see and I can agree with. Am I religious? No. I'm spiritual. So why So why say I would become a pastor or minister? So the story is, so what happened? So what happened is, I want to say about maybe a year ago, a fellow poet who I know, we were asking each other what was our poetic voice. So this poet, he sounded like a slam poet. And I mean, the way he would recite his poetry, oh my gosh, it deserved to be on stage. His voice, his presence, his poetry deserved to be on stage. So I had asked him what was my poetic voice. So it took him some time to think about it, and then one day he eventually told me. He said that I give a pastor's voice. And how he had explained it is that my voice carries some type of interesting presence that would make you want to listen, and whatever I would say, basically whatever I would recite, whatever poem I would write and recite, you can feel it deep down. You can feel it deep down because of how I put so much emotion into my poetry. So yeah, I speak from the heart, folks. I speak from the heart as if I've been waiting to recite, waiting to release whatever was on my mind. So let me go ahead and give y'all a little taste. Just not a little taste, but it's something that, it's a poem I believe I recite on here on I Need a Mic podcast. If I did and you have listened to that episode, then hey, kudos. This poem fits for today's episode. So let it be a process. I'm not bringing you into my new year. I'm going to try my best to make sure you recover and disappear. Put a band-aid here and near. There's no more bleeding emotions. I'm making peace. Some things aren't meant to be. At the end of my day, it's all about me anyway. I'm gonna stand up to my nightmares. No more running away from me. I'm gonna write them out. No whiteout. This is my release out. There's no stopping me. Keep sleeping on my words. Eventually, the crowd will let me know my words are being heard. This year be a process for me. I'm focused on my craft. I'm releasing that beast in me. This piece shows a different me. Mental health has gotten the best of me. Stand back as I show. This pastor voice is like a sermon. Holy Ghost is in my spirit. I'm letting all the pain go. See, my heart is letting my spirit flow as I keep writing. I hear feet stomping and the crowd saying, "Look at her go!" See, mental health, you ain't taking the best of me. Let me stop right here, but let me make it clear. 2022 is gonna be one hell of a year. So I hope y'all like that. Man, so that's let it be a process. Just, it's like it's me saying respectfully, trust my decisions and let me work and worry about the process. All of these were just opinions of what people thought of me. Did it define me? Hell no. Is it me? Hell to the damn no. So it's okay. You don't know the size of my shoes. It is okay. But trust me when I say, I am making my own great steps. I am doing the right things that is benefiting me mentally and emotionally. I am being patient enough to meet people who is going to help me become a better me. And then look, that's going to be more steps for me to take. You don't have to worry about that because only I know the bullshit I go through. Only I do. But it doesn't stop folks from having their opinions. It doesn't stop folks from speaking their minds. So let me show you more than I can tell you. Stop what you're saying to me. Because you haven't admitted you don't fucking know me. So, let me go ahead and close this out with a closeout quote. Don't know who said this, but whoever did, thank you. I hope you can heal from the things no one ever apologized for. Let me say it again for somebody in the back. Somebody in the far back. Yeah, you. In the back. I need you to turn this up one good time for the good time. I hope you can heal from the things no one ever apologized for. So now you have heard me speak some truth. This is my way of passing the mic to you. I hope my courage, will, and drive motivate you. Y'all take care, stay safe, and kiss them kids every day.